This video is sponsored by Incogni. I'll tell you about them in just a bit. We're trying to progress as much as possible. Some things are absolutely tragic. It's looking quite nice. Warmest of welcomes back to the 15 grand house that I'm renovating. In rural France. This morning I've been focusing on clearing out everywhere around the house, to be honest, having a massive clear up because my best mate Billy has been kind enough to lend me his work van. So that is now loaded up, ready to go to the tip or the dump, whatever you want to call it. But the dump slash tip slash déchetterie is not open yet. So you know what? There's something on my mind I thought I would talk to you about. And that is this worth it? Is this renovation, this whole thing, this project, is it worthwhile? And I think it depends. And I'm gonna tell you the use cases in which it is worth it and the other ones in which it certainly is not. So let's dive right into it. We're gonna start with the general use case, okay? So I can imagine someone who wants to come and move to France and take on a kind of renovation project of any size probably wouldn't be alone. They'd either be in a relationship, married couple, maybe have a little kid or two running around. And in that case, it depends if it's worth it, because it depends what you buy, okay? Now, the house that I bought can't be lived in at the moment as it's being renovated. So you'd have to buy somewhere that maybe has a house on site and then there's some outbuildings that you want to renovate so you can live there as you renovate it. But you'll probably need the budget for that as well. So if your budget is quite modest, it might be a bit challenging, you know? I mean, you could always rent somewhere at the same time because rent is fairly cheap here in France. But then you're gonna face so many obstacles, not only with regards to the renovation, but also in your personal life, adapting to a new culture, a new language, a new country. It's not easy, as well as taking on a renovation project. You won't believe it, we've got ourselves a sponsor today. If you use the internet, there's a good chance that your personal information is being sold without you even knowing about it. And this could include your home address, your name, your social security number, and even your online activity. Dirty boy. And that personal data of yours could be online right now, readily available to purchase by businesses, or even worse, criminals. Now fear not, because today's sponsor Incogni can protect you by removing your personal data that's out there all over the web in just a few clicks. Equally as impressive, Incogni just came out with their latest feature called Custom Removals, allowing you to submit specific links for data removal. Remember when pesky criminals stole 5 grand straight from my bank account? Well, if I'd known about Incogni at the time, there's a good chance they would have gotten my personal data removed from the website that eventually leaked it. And if you're still on the fence, well, Incogni is risk-free for 30 days, meaning you can get a refund if you're not happy with the service. Now it's your turn to take your personal data back. Use code LifeOfRyan at the link in the description below for 60% off an annual plan. What are you waiting for? Thanks so much Incogni for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to work. If you are taking on a renovation project and you don't have the contacts for like contractors, builders, plumbers, electricians, all that fun stuff, that can be a nightmare in of itself, especially with the language barrier. Misunderstandings can happen. You know, the French move at their own rhythm. You know, things shut for lunch. All the hardware stores shut for lunch for the most part, apart from the biggest ones. And they close on a Sunday as well. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's just the French way. And that's something that if you move to France, you're gonna have to get used to real quick. So if you're someone who has no prior renovation experience, I probably wouldn't recommend you take on a renovation project like what I did. But if you're already adept at renovating, you've got the skills, you've got the tools, you've got the know-how, then you know what? I think it could be worthwhile because there's so many good deals here in France. You know, you can buy these renovation projects dirt cheap. And if you can knock them out yourself, get it all done and dusted within a year, and it's your main property as well, so you live in it for a little bit, and then you decide to sell it on, hey, why not? You can always go again. And that's a good way to kind of naturally climb the housing market, you know, go bigger and bigger each time. That could be worthwhile, but you gotta know what you're doing, that's for sure. Not like me. And that does bring us to my use case, okay? My situation is different from everyone else, I guess you could say. It's a little bit unique. I mean, I've grown up in France. I don't have any renovation experience, but what I do have are plenty of friends who have been more than willing to help along the way. And I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful for that because they've made this possible. I mean, just look, today I'm borrowing my best mate's van. I've got my other mate helping out, just plodding along while I just try and keep the place neat and tidy and organized. It's absolutely fantastic. I'd be lost without these people, you know, and they want to come and do it. I mean, I will admit, I've had some comments stating that I'm taking advantage of my friends. And you know, that may well be the case, but there's nothing you can do about it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? Of course I'm not taking advantage of anyone. My friends, my friendships, we help each other. That's just what we do all along. We've known each other for years. This is what we do, you know? So it's all love and positive vibes when it comes to anyone you see in the videos, to be honest. Even Duncan the electrician, he gets a special shout out. He's just a pleasure to work with. Do you know what I mean? And that's the positive vibes. So shout out to you, Duncan. Much love. My favourite Sparky. The best Sparky in rural France. Just as important as my friends that are taking part in this renovation adventure is you, the viewer. Without these videos, none of this would be possible, okay? Just the material alone is costing thousands, of course, especially when we sort out the electrics, plumbing, kitchen, bathrooms, all that stuff, you know, just the walls alone, it's a lot of money. But it is what it is. You can't complain because it's going into the house and it's adding value to the property, and that's part of the adventure, I guess. We're trying to progress as much as possible, which then means that we're using materials even quicker and we need to buy more even quicker. So we need to make sure that the money comes in at the same time just to keep up with the renovations. But without YouTube, without you, without my incredible viewers and sponsors, this would not be possible. So thank you to everyone. That's like a blanket thank you, okay? You are awesome. So as a quick summary to this video, is it worth doing this, what I'm doing right now? For me, yes. For you, maybe not, because it's a huge thing to take on. And remember, I was doing YouTube for a good while. I did hundreds of videos before I got this place. I'm one of the lucky ones, and I realise how blessed I am. But if you're just going to come to France and you think that it's going to be plain sailing, it definitely isn't, okay? You're going to discover things in these renovation projects that you never knew were there before, and some things are absolutely tragic, you know? Like, make sure when you're viewing a property that the roof's in good condition, because that's a huge headache if it's not, Of course, you've got the windows. Check out for the floors if there's any rot here and there and everywhere, because I didn't expect to be taking on the renovation project of this caliber. It's knocked the sales out of me, you know? Be very wary. And if you do decide to buy a renovation project of your own and tackle it, wherever that may be in the world, my one recommendation would be to just film everything. Even if you don't plan on putting it on YouTube, that footage has value in this information era, okay? It really is priceless, because, you know, these videos, I'm making these obviously to try and fund the renovation, but I'm also making these to entertain my long-term subscribers who have been with me through thick and thin. Whether I win or lose or fail completely, I don't know what's going to happen, and that's part of the excitement of this adventure. No one knows what's going to happen, not even me. So I can only just try my best, and thanks to the friends I've made along the way, yeah, we're gonna try and get there, and I think it's coming together now, so it should be pretty good. So yeah, if you're thinking of doing it, make sure you film it. You may as well stick it up on YouTube. There's plenty of YouTube videos where you could learn how to do it. So if you're gonna renovate, just film it, okay? Film it, please, please, for the love of God, you have to film everything. Even though it's been a disaster in terms of what needed to be done, I couldn't have imagined how it would propel my channel to new heights. It's insane. And thank you so much once again for the support. I love you for it. I'm so grateful. And I wake up every day with a smile on my face, even when I look around and see the condition of certain things. But hey, we're saving this house and we're bringing it back to life together. Nous voila back at Billy's place now. It's looking quite nice. The sun is shining, and we got Billy's a wonderful work truck back in one piece. I also left him a little present in there, a joist that I had left over. I did have to cut it a little bit at the end, but he said that's not a problem at all, so he's very happy with that. And of course, I did put some Motion lotion in the truck as well, to replace what I used up, and then some. So this video was a bit different, but I hope you enjoyed the conversation that we had. I certainly enjoyed making it, and that's going to be all from me. I'm going to love you and leave you now, and I'll see you in the next video where we carry on with these renovations. Until then, bye for now. Don't forget about Incogni, link in the description for 60% off an annual plan.